right, hello beautiful people. Hi. I started this year on a journey to get a home, and I decided after much research and speaking with a few people, a friend of mine referred me to the Naca program, and I read up about it and I decided to go through the Naca program. This video is basically going to be about why I decided to go with the Naca program. So let me tell you a little bit about the Naca program. Naca stands for Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America, and it's a nonprofit organization that was set up to assist people with low to moderate income. I'm going to say that very loosely because people with high income also can go through the Naca program, but they're not able to get some of the benefits that Naca provides, and also based on certain metrics like the income, the median income for the environment you're trying to buy a house at. So if you're trying to buy a house in the New York, New Jersey area, and I think some other states in America, like a few other states in America, the income rate is significantly higher than some areas. So so the low income is actually relative to the environment that you live in, right? Basically. And also you can have a high income, but then you may not be approved as a priority member. The whole reason why I decided to go with Naca is one, no PMI. So that was the first thing that I started to research, right? There's a lot of other things which I'll talk about, but for me, when I started to look into buying getting a home as a first-time home buyer, I found out that if I'm not putting down as a first-time home buyer, you can put down I think the standard amount that you put down when you're buying a house, down payment, is 20%, but there's a lot of programs out there that allows first-time home buyers to put down less, like 3.5. Houses are so expensive in New Jersey. I don't have 20% to put down on the type of house I'm looking to get. But the programs that are available out there that allows you to put down less money, I think you can put down as low as 3.5%. They also require that you they would add on what they call the PMI. I believe it's some kind of it's some sort of insurance to protect the lenders, the banks, or whoever lends you money, because it's your first time buying a home and you don't have up to 20% to put down. So that adds on to your principal, I think, for a couple of years. I can't remember the number of years, but then you keep paying that on top of your mortgage every year. And I did not want to pay that money. So one is that no PMI was one of the first things that attracted me. The other thing that attracted me is the no down payment. And there are closing costs that you would have to pay, but I think in terms of down payment, that is there. They would you can, if you have some money that you want to put down towards the your principal, but you don't have to. You can actually buy the home without down payment with the Naca program. The third thing about Naca program for me is that made it really attractive for me is the low interest rate. So from my research so far and from everything I have checked so far about getting a home, I think that Naca provides the lowest interest rate. They are not lenders. They're not the ones that provide the money. Their program just works with lenders, and I think their major lender is Bank of America. but through this program, they're able to provide a lower interest rate. Now, this is what, August 2023. Interest rate is crazy. I had a family member that purchased a home in 2021, and I believe their interest rate was like 3 or 4%. I think it might have been like 3%. Like, interest rate now is standard interest rate is like 7.9, almost 8%, and that amount alone is like almost like double like your mortgage or whatever, you know. So it's really, interest rate is really ridiculous. But through Naca, I think their rate right now is 6.5, which is still pretty high, but compared to 7.9, I think it is a steal, right? I think if you want to buy a home in this market, you don't have a choice. But like, yeah, I think I would definitely take 6.5 over 7.9%. Now, there are two other things for me that worked out, like, that's very important for me. That's also part of the reasons why I decided to go with Naca. One is that I am flexible with my time. I am not at a point where like I have a tight or a strict deadline on when I want to get a home. I know that I want to get a home, but I currently live with family, so I am able to save money, and but I do desire to get a home for myself. So I am not under any like time constraint per se. Because the person that told me about Naca had already told me that this process might take a while, so you have to be sure that you're not on any time constraint. So I decided to go with Naca because, hey, I have the time, and I'm hoping that before I get to a point where like I'm like I need to get a house right now, I would have gotten to like a good place with my program. The other reason, the last reason, the fifth reason for me why I decided to go with the Naca program is because of the counseling and guidance that they give. Now, I'm a first-time home buyer. I don't know a thing about getting a home. I've tried to watch a couple of videos online. I've learned from a couple of, spoken to people to get ideas. But this is just something that still feels like I need somebody to hold my hands through the process. And Naca, that is like their key thing that they do, is to provide guidance and counseling. So they kind of sit with you. They give you a lot of, they have workshops where they tell you about what you're about to get into, what it would require of you, and even to like put your finances in a good state to get the loan for your mortgage. Now, I've heard of people that did not get qualified, or at some point maybe like the Naca program was taking too long for them, so they had to like drop out of it, and they went through like regular banks or like mortgage lenders. But they all said one thing, that the time that they spent in the Naca program really helped them to understand a lot, to put their finances in order, to budget, and to do a lot of things. And mind you, I came into this program straight from Financial Peace University. So I, first of all, did that to kind of learn about how to, I guess, plan my finances, budgeting and things like that. And I've always been like, I always budget anyway, but like not, it's just something that comes naturally for me. But going through that, I definitely learned a couple of things. And then with the Naca program, I've really learned a lot more. So so those are the 5 key reasons why I decided to go with Naca. One is the no PMI, one is no down payment, one is low interest rate, I have time flexibility, And the last thing is the free counseling and guidance that they provide. All right, thank you for watching. If you have gone through this process also and you have tips to share, please feel free to comment in the comment box. If you have any questions that maybe I will be able to help out with, please feel free to comment in the comment section, and I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.